You've now entered the chat.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Chat Club podcast. We are back after missing last week, but we didn't really miss last week. We just didn't.
We made it.
We made it.
We made a video.
It just wasn't. It just wasn't too. First of all, it was majority of just Big Brother, and
it really was. It was us going off on a binge.
Yeah, and then like the stories were so boring last week, so there was just like nothing really to cover.
It was slow in Hollywood.
It was slow, and so we just like decided. We're just gonna scrap that and we would just wait for this week. Yeah, so basically it's been a little bit, but there's so much to dive into with Big Brother. I promise that we won't go into so much detail.
We got carried away.
We did. We got a little carried away.
Because Hisum finally is out.
Hisum is Bisum.
He just got us all stressed.
He just got us
all stressed and worked up.
So stressed and worked up.
But you know what? He's memorable now.
He's memorable.
Everyone will remember
he was
him.
a villain.
Yeah.
So before we get into it, Faith, how was your week?
It's been good. I mean, we did film this on Friday, so it feels like it was yesterday.
Literally yesterday.
But I just made a TikTok and it's doing really well.
Oh my God. Everybody go check out Faith's TikTok at It's Faith Jerome.
I was texting Brandon today because I was like, Brandon, I'm going to make a TikTok tonight after work. And he's like, oh, yes, girl. And this is over text. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to use a stitch. But I don't exactly know how I'm going to do it. And Brandon's like, ooh, advanced. You know what I did? I looked in TikTok how to use a stitch to make a TikTok.
Stop. That's hilarious.
It worked out perfectly. But it was fun. It was fun making it. It only took me one take.
Oh my gosh.
Hey.
Well, everybody go like Faith's TikTok. It's actually hilarious. Like so funny. I was like rolling on the floor. So funny. And if you have like church trauma, like so good for you. Like go look. It's so funny. Yeah, that's it's just great. It's just great.
That's just like how you and I are, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, when I told him what it was about like mispronouncing words or whatever, instantly I thought you were going to think I was talking about you for like Spanish.
Oh my God, I should do that. I should do that.
Let's make a trend.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I'll make a TikTok right after this podcast, and then our listeners can know where it came from. They'll know its origin story. So,
that was so funny.
So funny. Everybody go check out Faith on TikTok. Everybody go check out everybody on TikTok. We need some more.
Like for light. Remember when Instagram was really bopping in like 2013 and the hashtags were, you didn't have a post unless you had like at least a dozen hashtags.
So I remember.
And it was like for light, follow for follow.
I remember having Instagram. And I don't want to like say I was the first one in our school. But
I feel like you were though. I feel like you were.
Caitlin Pertel and we were the first. And I'm not just saying just to say that. Like she was my only person that I knew. Mm-hmm. Her and it was like celebrities and then Caitlin. And like for at least like I think it was just like at least like a month or 2 months. Like and then people like caught on. Because it was like when they would like share their post to their Twitter account, and then like that's like Twitter really like blew up Instagram. So
and now it's vice versa.
I know. Yikes.
The worlds have turned.
Tables have turned.
Collided.
So we have to get into some Big Brother, you guys. I know
we do.
I know it's early into the episode, but like we have just so much to unpack.
Yes, unravel.
Yes.
Everything.
So we'll just do a little clip notes version of last week. So Hisum went on the Hisum was backdoored last week.
Yes.
Jag and Cameron were put on the block. Jag won power of veto. Jag took himself off the block. Felicia said, why take out a knight when I can take out a king? And put Hisum on the block and blindsided him. He was not okay. He was very unwell. Did an apology tour the entire week on the lives. It was really flip-flopped. Like, they were going to save him, and then they were voting him out, and then they were going to save him, and they were voting him out. So, like, if you're watching the lives, like, it really took, like, the last hour to make a decision before eviction.
Seriously, yeah.
And so
they were very indecisive
with it. And and then eventually the whole house voted Hisum out of the game. And then we were introduced to the long-awaited HOH competition, the pressure cooker, last played in season 6, so it's been 18 years, which is crazy.
Yes, because a house guest is like, Corey, he was like, I've been waiting for this. This first aired when I was 3 years old.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh.
I know.
Oh, God.
I know. And basically it's a HOH competition where you hold a button, and whoever holds it the longest wins. It's just so simple. Have to stand, no bathroom breaks, can only kneel. And any slip up, you're out.
Yeah, they like changed temperatures in the room.
They lasted
sounds.
Yes. So the original pressure cooker lasted almost 14 hours. And same with this pressure cooker, almost lasted 14 hours. They were 3 or 4 minutes away from beating the record. Right. Which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But
it was all on America. It
was
all on America.
We've only seen Sunday's episode, but like we know we know how the week has already gone. Right. We're just waiting for eviction night.
And I'm so happy that I've been like on TikTok this time and like watching so many people put on live feeds, so I'm like caught up.
Yes.
I'm like, I already know.
Yes.
There's
so much. There's so much. And
I feel like this is a very good season already.
Yes, it's a very good season. But like, if you're not watching the lives, you're not getting the story.
Right?
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, there's just so much more to it.
Right? More drama.
So watching the competition on Sunday, like who did you think was going to honestly win if you didn't know?
I really wanted Mimi McCole to win.
But
that damn fly.
I know.
And I'm like, I get it. You know, it's like your first instinct. You hear something buzzing around in your face or touching you, you want to brush it off, right?
Yeah.
So I don't blame her for that. But God, she was
so close. I wanted her to have that HOH. And she could have went longer. She was so upset. She was like, I could have stood there for more hours. Like, I just could have.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Same with America.
Same with America. Yeah.
Oh.
But America.
I mean, I'm not angry that Cameron was HOH.
No. But basically, Mimi flies and she like gets eliminated. Yeah. And it's between America and Cameron, and they're talking back and forth, and they're like doing the same shit that happened in season 6, where like they're negotiating who's going to be HOH, and basically
and who's going to be safe,
right?
And yada yada.
And so basically, she's just like, I'm safe, Corey is safe because there's a showmance.
There's a showmance
there, which just like happened out of the blue. We were just introduced it.
Right.
If you weren't watching,
it was really cute though.
If you weren't watching the live feeds, this episode would be.
You wouldn't have known.
Jesus, this episode would have been like an introduction to that. But on the live feeds, like they've been canoodling for the past like 2 weeks.
It was really cute though. So I was watching one of these TikToks where it was like live feed, and it was so cute that America was outside, and she sees that Corey comes outside to do laundry, and the laundry is outside in their little area that they hang out. And there's mirrors everywhere where the cameras hide behind. She literally looked at one of the mirrors and like fluffed up her hair to try and look good as he walked outside. And then she's like, "Oh my God, why am I doing this?" It was so cute.
She is so me.
So
like, so relatable.
I'm like, I would have been saying, like,
so relatable.
We're good.
No, it was funny, but basically they were negotiating, and America was like, I'm safe, Corey is safe this week. And then she was in her confessionals being like, I don't, like, the house is now, like, a free-for-all. I don't want to stir the pot just yet. So I'm just going to call it good. And then she tried to, like, fake it.
Let it be.
Which I thought she kind of did a terrible job faking it, but whatever.
Right. I mean, and she didn't know this, but a lot of people were watching on the outside. They couldn't hear anything, but they were watching it.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, yeah, they're definitely talking. Oh, yeah, they're going to make a deal.
Yep.
And everyone was terrified about Cameron making
Everybody was terrified of Cameron.
Cameron even heard that Izzy was not happy about his HOH, even though they're supposed to be in a fake alliance or something. Yeah. But he doesn't even put it on the block. Why doesn't he put it on the block then?
I don't understand all these, like, weird ass alliances that just popped out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, and how Suri is literally in, like, 7 of them.
I'm like, what is happening? And, like, Suri was like, I'm in 3 fake alliances. And I'm like, huh? What are you talking about? When did this happen? Yes. And then, so Cameron thinks that he's an alliance and that Izzy's part of their alliance. So he's like, I think the reason why he didn't put her on was because he didn't want to upset Suri.
Right.
Because I like, Suri is running the house.
Oh, she definitely is. Her and Felicia.
They're running the house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, they could make it to the end if they wanted to. I'm just ready for, like, Nicole to, like, fucking shine. Stir the pot a bit.
Please. Like, right now, she's pretty much, like, labeled as a floater. Like,
I know.
Bowie Jane is.
Yeah, Bowie Jane is floater.
That's why, right? And that's why, like, Izzy and Suri and Felicia don't even, like, talk to them about decisions anymore. And I'm like, look, Nicole has a brain. Talk to Nicole.
Nicole
Talk
is
to Mimi.
Brilliant.
I know.
She's brilliant. So it's
Did you see one, though? I'm sorry.
No, go. Go.
There was... So Izzy, Felicia, and Suri were all talking about, like, I don't think Bowie is a damn DJ. She cannot keep a beat to save her life.
Yes. Izzy?
And I'm like, why lie about something that you cannot, like, actually know to be good at? Like, that's like me saying, like, I'm a professional ballerina.
Light as a feather.
Stiff as a board, light as a feather.
So real. No, so, like, I need Izzy to, like, go away. I need her to disappear on the live feeds, like, on Twitter. She's so
emotional.
I need you to re-download Twitter just so you can follow the fucking BB lives because it's so fucking funny.
Okay.
Basically, they're like... Suri has 2 children in the house, Izzy and Jared.
I know I sent you that one thing. A single mom.
Yes. And then they basically like, okay, so Nicole lost the HOH challenge, but they got a prize or a punishment afterwards.
Yeah.
And so she got a prize of taking 4 people of her choosing throughout the house to a dinner and a movie. And, so I guess Suri was one of them. And
of course.
Izzy was left out of it. And I guess like Izzy was like losing her mind in the house. And they're like, God. Izzy's been away from Suri for 15 minutes and doesn't know how to fucking handle herself. It's just
she definitely... Yeah, what is that word? Oh, codependent.
She's so codependent. She wouldn't...
Very codependent.
If she...
Imagine how her girlfriend feels right now.
Well, to me, like...
I mean, she's probably on vacation, like, enjoying her time away.
So real. So real. No, so...
I can breathe.
Okay, so I really just wanted to... I really want to know, like, what her game would be if she didn't know Jared and Cersei's secret. Like, I think that they would not be working together if they knew each other's secret.
No. I'm sure she probably would have latched on to, like, Bowie.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Or something.
Someone who's, like, fun, outgoing, and And Izzy can just like cry and shit talk all the time.
Right. And I just really am curious about that. But basically, since this episode's going on Friday, we know who won Power Veto, and we know who's been on the block. So Cameron won HOH, and basically he has a final 2 with Red, and that duo is like solidified. It's like Felicia and Cersei. Like they're a final 2, and basically Cameron and Red are running the house this week, and so Cameron was like, I'm not gonna play it safe. I'm gonna stir the house, blah blah blah, and so basically he does the exact opposite and plays it safe and puts Blue and Jag on the block.
And he even tells them, or like when he does nominations, everyone's like confused. Like that wasn't even like a nomination speech. Yeah. That didn't even make sense.
And then when everybody was like visiting his HOH room and Jag, and then he's just like, I'm a straight shooter. So I'm just gonna let you know.
Just all over the place.
And I'm like, this man, like, what is he talking about?
Right.
And so basically Jag and Blue go on the block. Jared is very upset because Blue and Jared are in a showmance, and
they've been getting frisky.
It's so funny because on the lives, like Suri was not happy. Suri was like laying into Jared on the couch, just like clapping her hands at him, being like, you're stupid, your head's not in the fucking game. And I'm like, oh my God.
Like, that's gotta be hard.
And then
it's gotta be really fucking hard.
You saw that they had sex in the house.
Yeah. And he's like just literally barely cleaning up his mess on the phone. And he left a box of condoms and everyone saw it, and then he like tried to take it away, and then people were talking about it in like the bathroom, like, where did those condoms go? And everyone was like acting like, well, I don't know. You know, Blue and Jared are like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, bitch.
Gross.
Bitch. Ugh.
Gross.
And then did you hear? Apparently Jared literally just told Blue that he has a girlfriend.
Yeah, he's had a girlfriend the whole time.
She completely is fine with it. She's just like it's like not fair to her, but you know. And I'm like, it just we all had a thought of Blue being like this independent girl who like, you know, stood her ground and shit, but here she is like totally fine being the other woman on national television.
And it's so funny because Jared sleeps with Blue and then tells Blue, my mom is in the house with me playing that game, and she thinks it's Felicia. Yeah. Like, that just is so funny to me.
And she's kissing out to Felicia so much.
Hard.
Her dinner, doing her dishes, you know, paying her compliments left and right. Oh,
and
my
it's
God.
Not even Jared's mom.
Oh, my God.
It's so good.
It just kind of shows, like, fake.
Fake. Yeah. Well, supposedly she has a girlfriend outside the house, too.
Blue does?
Yeah.
I heard she might have had, like, she also might be seeing someone else, but I wasn't. Yeah. I've been mostly hearing that Jared for sure has a connection.
Nothing's been confirmed with her, but basically. But,
gotcha.
So Power of Veto is played. We don't know who plays in the competition yet, just because that's cut out of the live feeds. But Red wins Veto and keeps noms the same.
Yep, they definitely have all the power now.
Yes, and Blue is the target this week to go out of the house.
Honestly, yes, I'm sad to see her go, but I don't know about you. You were probably hoping for McCole to win. I want Jag to win. Like, he has all my chips.
He has all your chips.
I want him to win the game.
You want him to win.
I want him to win.
What does he have that, like, has that star quality?
He's really smart. And he's very strategic. He's super friendly and understanding. Yeah. He doesn't take shit. And, I mean, he's, like, first of his, like, nationality, religion, all that. And, I don't know. I just really like him. He seems like a really nice guy.
No, I completely agree. He definitely has it. Like, if final 2, McCole and Jag, that'd be amazing. But like the person who I want to see out of the house next before Izzy is Jared.
Absolutely.
I thought I
heard that
out.
It was. Yeah, I thought I heard that it was Jared and Blue that were the nomination. So I was like, please vote Jared out. But I know it's not going to happen because his fucking mom's in the house.
Yep.
And like how you said, she's running the house.
She's running the house. She's not going to let that happen. So she's not going to let it happen. No. And the reason why they were so panicked this week was because Suri could have been put on the block. Jared could have been put on the block. Like there was a moment in the pantry where Suri and Jared were talking, and Suri was like, basically, like, if we're put on the block together, like, I'm going to advocate everybody to vote me out and not you. You need a chance to win. I'm like, no, you're a good player. Your son sucks.
Right?
And it was on live feeds, and I saw that before we recorded. Like, Corey and him were hanging out, and Corey was like, maybe I'll be like America's like favorite player or whatever. And Jared was like, you're not going to be America's favorite player. Oh,
I saw that.
Yeah, like you don't even have the personality of it. Like you think that you're qualified? No. Like being an ass. Mm-hmm. And I'm like,
I can't stand him.
What the fuck?
But speaking of Corey, there was this, I don't know whether to think it's funny or not, but he was talking to Matt. Matt is the deaf Olympic swimmer, right?
Right.
And they were talking about how Matt really misses Riley, but Corey's like, I don't think you probably have a future with Riley or whatever. And Matt's like, yeah, like I know, yeah. And then Corey says, like, you're not even like a good listener. Like, you're not even listening to what I'm saying. And he's like, oh yeah, but I just like, and he's like, he's not even listening. And I'm like, he's deaf. I know. And I'm like, I feel like it's wrong to laugh right now.
No, that's hilarious. Like, that's hilarious. You're not even
but he
like
doesn't
a
even
good
respond
listener.
Like, right? And Matt's not even responding because he can't
hear.
So he's just like, yeah, but like, I mean, I think I could like make it with her. Like, it's just.
He has that like surfer talk.
Yes.
He really does. He has that surfer talk down.
Maybe that's how he blends it.
Yeah.
You know?
So basically, I need Jared to go. He's just an asshole. He is there for no fucking reason.
Who do you think is worse, Hisum or Jared? They both talk down to people.
Yes. I think that Hisum, and I think they have two different delivery types. Hisum tries to do it in a respectful way, but comes off really condescending. Jared just comes off as an asshole.
Yeah.
Like a prick, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, be nice. Like, it's not that hard, you know?
I know.
So,
especially, you think you would be extra nice if your mom is there.
Right. Like, in the game.
You know? You'd be extra respectful.
It just seems like he doesn't care.
Right.
You know? But yes, that's our BB recap. We don't know who goes home until Thursday, which is in 2 days. So we won't know, but hopefully Blue is gone.
Yep. Jag, please stay.
Jag, please stay. Yeah. So that was our BB recap. And we will get into some stories, you guys.
Ow, ow, ow.
And it is not a boring week in Hollywood. Definitely not. Okay. So first story. Hannah Montana star Mitchel Musso arrested for public drunkenness, theft, and more. Mitchel Musso, famous for playing Oliver on Hannah Montana, was arrested this weekend in Texas. And according to the cops, it was all that and a bag of chips. Okay. The ex-Disney star got hauled off to jail Saturday evening in Rockwell, Texas. This after officers say they responded to a call of service at a nearby hotel where folks were claiming Musso had been acting belligerent and where he allegedly stole an item from the food market. The item per police, a snack of potato varieties. That's hilarious. Okay, Rockwell PD tells TMZ that when staffers demanded him to pay for it, Musso allegedly became verbally abusive and then walked off. Cops arrived and they found Musso outside the hotel, where they determined he was allegedly under the influence. In addition to this, Rockwell PD says they discovered a ton of outstanding traffic warrants in his name, so they cuffed him and took him into custody. So Musso is facing a few different charges: public intoxication, theft under $100, expired registration, failure to display a driver's license, and violating a promise to appear in notice. We're told he's being released right now on $1,000 bond. Of course, he posed for a mugshot too when he was there, and it looks pretty gloomy to say the least. It does look a little interesting. So that was TMZ, and that was reported this past weekend.
Yeah, he looks a lot better than I thought he was going to look.
Yeah, for sure.
Not like drunken wise. I mean, like as he's aged.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. When this first was reported, I sent it to Faith instantly. But I was on Twitter and someone posted. It's so funny. They're like, when a man has a hobby and everybody has a problem with it. Like, it's just like, it's not funny.
You'd think,
but it's funny.
You'd think it would be beef jerky that he stole and not potato chips.
So real beef jerky and cheese.
Right? Or it would be nacho cheese because he already had the jerky. So you'd have the beautiful combination. Say what, cheese jerky.
Yes.
That was one of my favorite episodes.
I'm just glad that people are just like not ridiculing him. You know what I mean? Like,
no, I mean, with how many Disney stars that have ended up this way, we can't be shocked anymore.
I mean, like, stealing a bag of chips is not crazy.
Right? Like, it's better than doing a whole Disney movie like Camp Rock under cocaine, you know?
Right.
It's tomato, potato, right?
Right, exactly.
Get it? Potato, because it's potato chips.
Potato chip lays. All that and a bag of chips. So cool.
Whoever titled this, Jesus.
Yeah, that
should that be
genius.
the title?
Yeah, it should. All that and a bag of chips. So real. So real.
Oh fuck.
So Mitchell, I hope that you're doing better.
So is he staying the night in jail, or like is
well,
he
in jail?
No,
he got bail. So if someone paid $1,000, he could have paid $1,000 and gotten.
Because like, with how he was looking, he ain't gonna make it.
No, I like not at all. Like there's like
no.
Homeboy in his mugshot just looks gone.
Right.
So he needs his good old friends, Hannah Montana, Miley Stewart, Lily.
I mean, Miley's doing great things right now.
Miley's doing great
things.
She's
embracing how crazy and young she was. Her song.
Let's talk. This isn't one of our stories, but let's talk. The new single,
the drama.
Yeah, Selena Gomez. No, Selena Gomez dropped a new song, and so did Miley Cyrus.
Yes,
and they're both phenomenal.
They're so good.
So good. Miley's is so good.
I know. Selena Gomez. Have you seen her video? I guess it like plays like homage to Sex and the City.
It does,
and that's why she had that like one TikTok she made.
Yeah.
Who is this?
So those two released music this past weekend, and so did Ariana Grande. Wow. Miley's song was phenomenal. It just touched on basically her past, her career, and everything, reflecting on it and making a song about it, being like, you know what, this is like my life. She tried to run away from it, but like she really just embraced it.
Yeah.
And
she came out with this, exactly 10 years from her VMA performance.
Yeah.
I remember that. I was with you. We were watching it on Brittany's laptop in her room at her mom's house, and we were all just like, oh my God.
Yeah, I remember. I remember.
That's like when Miley went cray-cray.
Yeah. And
that's when we all bought Bangers, the album.
It was so good. Bangers is like such a fucking banger. That was such a good era. Like that era was so good.
I wish I would have seen her in concert.
For sure. No, so
a banana.
So I just like have to talk about this. That's a little bothersome to me, and basically, ever since Taylor Swift has been re-recording her albums and reliving the eras that she had in her past career.
I know where you're going with
Okay,
this.
good. And with the Eras tour and everything, these other artists seem to wanting to, like, join the bandwagon. Like,
Yeah.
So Demi Lovato is now releasing an album of her re-recording all her past songs, but in rock version.
She has.
Yeah,
Oh,
Demi
Lord.
Lovato is coming out with an album called Revamp, and it's all past songs that she revamped and re-recorded. Miley Cyrus just released this song reflecting on her past eras, and even making...
But at least it's an original song.
True, absolutely. But all her promotion for it was like her reliving all these eras. And then now... And now Ariana Grande re-recorded her whole first album in celebration of the 10-year anniversary of her first album. So it's just like these artists, like I understand it. But like 2 out of the 3 artists have publicly like bashed on Taylor in the past. Right. Demi and Ariana.
Because they're fucking jealous.
Right.
Yeah.
And like where Miley's always like been cool with Taylor, and Taylor's always been really cool with Miley. You know what I mean? So like,
I mean, she was in the Hannah Montana movie.
Right. And so like it was just like really interesting, and then it was like just like refreshing to have like Selena Gomez with some new content, you know? Yeah, the song is so good.
Yeah. I used to be young.
It is so good.
Selena Gomez, she's so fucking hot. You know what?
Dude, her and that music
If
video.
I were to be, I would give everything.
Her and
if
that
I
music
could be
video.
with Selena Gomez.
Literally. Like, I would be the guy in her TikTok. Like, I just left my husband.
Oh my God, you would, yes. I would be. I'll fucking drop everything. I'll be with you, Selena
She
Gomez.
looks so good in her music video.
Oh my
it's
God.
so good. Okay.
Oh my God.
So, next story.
Number 2.
Which was kind of just like really, really fucking weird.
I had no idea. I haven't heard anything about it until you texted me what the 3 stories were going to be.
Yes.
And I was like, the fuck?
It's so weird. Okay. Kanye West caught an SFFW, which if you guys don't know that, not safe for work, moment during Italian boat ride with wife Bianca Censori. I don't know how that's her.
AKA female Pete Davidson.
Right. So the article goes, page 6 reports, when the moon hits your eye, Kanye West.
Who is coming up
I don't know.
with
This is so good. It's all about the title.
Seriously.
It's so good. Kanye West was caught with his pants down during a boat ride in Italy with his wife, Bianca. The rapper turned designer, 46, gave onlookers quite a show as his butt was exposed to tourists in neighboring boats. West seemed unbothered as he looked quite in amour with his employee turned muse, 28, while riding a river taxi in Venice this Sunday afternoon.
Yo. So there was another person on the boat, right?
Yeah,
they were
there was
steering that
2.
thing.
There was the captain, and then there was another woman.
Those poor people.
Yeah, the couple appeared relaxed during the outing, in which they were joined by a driver and an unidentified female friend. West, who was dressed in all black, sat atop an elevated and very open area with his pants partially down for unknown reasons. And there's like photos of him with his ass out and like literally.
Oh God.
Literally, like there's a video of him when they dock, like he pulls up his pants. So there was like photographs of his pants down, and like his wife was like in between his legs. So like they're basically alluding that he was like, you know, getting a little something on the boat ride in front of everyone.
Like, how do you think Kim is reacting to this kind of news?
This is exactly what I thought when I saw this. I'm like, I feel so bad for Kim and those kids. Like, Kim having to constantly protect those kids from what their dad does has to be so challenging.
Oh my God, yeah. Well, like, they're gonna grow up. They're obviously gonna see like tabloids about his whole, septicism. What is that word?
Anti-Semitism.
Yep.
Yeah.
That whole thing. The whole thing about how he was like pretty much having a cult and telling about how Kim almost killed his baby being North by going to swallow a pill to have her miscarry, pretty much an abortion. When they found out that she was pregnant and shit like that, like he's got to know like his kids are gonna hear that, they're gonna see that kind of shit,
and it's like it's just so unnecessary.
Yeah.
It's so unnecessary.
But he refuses to get help. So
the man is not well.
No.
And it's just
how the court should have even let him like be able to remarry because he can't handle this kind of shit.
It doesn't even make sense. Like they're calling him his wife because I'm pretty sure that they had a ceremony, but they're not legally married.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah. And it's just and it's also so weird. What is with like Kim Kardashian dating and marrying these men, and then these men date lookalikes and marry lookalikes of Kim? It's fucking weird.
Yeah.
It's so bizarre because this woman looks like copy paste Kim.
Yeah.
It's fucking wild. But that's gross, and
no.
I hope
don't be those people.
He needs to get arrested, and he needs to be a man annexed. So that's just how I feel about that. Nasty. Okay, in lighter news,
Kanye,
and not very exciting news, but exciting news for me and the IT world. Apple sends invite for September 12th launch event for new iPhone 15 expected. So Apple announced it will hold a press event at its headquarters in California on September 12th, where the company is expected to announce new iPhones. The launch event will be streamed on Apple's website at 1 p.m. Eastern. Apple has used pre-recorded videos to launch iPhone since 2020. The new iPhone models are likely branded to be iPhone 15s, are expected to be all USB-C charging ports, which I'm excited about, after the European Union passed a landmark law in October requiring all mobile phones, tablets, and cameras sold in Europe to be USB-C for wired charging. Some of the new devices Apple debuts could be made of titanium, according to reports. The company also will announce new Apple Watch models, including an updated version of their high-end Apple Watch Ultra. So new iPhones are on their way.
Ooh.
Faith, how do you feel about that after just buying a new phone?
My phone wasn't gonna make it that long. Our podcast would have been even more stressful.
It would have been. You did it for the pod, and for that we are all grateful.
And for my sanity, yeah,
we are all grateful.
Maybe I'll get a new watch though. I've had this one for a couple years. I don't even know what brand this is. I think it's like 4 or 5.
A series. I got my new watch.
Yeah, series 5. Mine's a 5.
I got a new watch about 2 years ago. And it's a Series 7, and the one that I had prior to that was a Series 2. So I was like, I'm due for an upgrade.
You did.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of you for that.
Thanks. I really am. Like, listen, I'll spend money on a phone. Because, like, when they announced the iPhones, you bet my ass is going to be in T-Mobile pre-ordering the iPhones then and there. But, like, Apple Watches, I'm just, like, not that, like, obsessed, you know?
I'm fine with this one. I just like to always have my time on me and get my notifications if I don't have my phone on me. Or if I lose my phone, ding, ding, where are you?
Exactly, exactly.
So that's the main reason why I have it. So I don't need anything like schnozzy. But this one's been kind I've hit this one on so many walls. I am so surprised the screen hasn't like busted because there's no protector on it.
So I have like the titanium one. And I don't know what that shit is made of because I've hit my screen on so many things and there's no scratches on it.
Seriously.
None. I'm like, what is this made out of?
What is this thing? Do you think Apple will ever be like how like Samsung is and start making a flip phone?
So there's prototypes for an iPhone flip phone, and they all look so disgusting and trash, and they need to throw it away. They need to not do it.
That's a no-go.
That's a no-go. No, don't do it. If you're Steve Jobs would be rolling in his fucking grave. Like, there's no way.
Right?
There's no way. No, it's so ugly. But it's just funny because after they announced their event today, on Twitter, people were like, it was so funny. They're like, oh, well, my phone was overheating today. That must be why. And they're like, oh, okay, I understand. My phone like blacked out. Got it. Okay, that's the reason why. It's just so funny.
OMG.
I know.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so those are the three stories.
Yes. And speaking of phones, you guys have never heard this or anything, but Brandon and I, we were recording a podcast episode one day and we went into full detail. It was like, we were like 20 minutes in talking about phones.
Did we post that one or no?
No, we didn't get to because Faith's phone never actually recorded it. So we had to start over. And we ditched that story out of there.
I remember.
But had such good content. And I remember looking at my phone and I'm like, Brandon, it's still on. Like, press record screen. We were so pissed.
So pissed.
Oh my God.
No, so if you know me, if you know me in real life, and you grew up with me, like everybody knew, like I had to have the newest phone on the market. Yeah. I had to. I don't know why. I'm just sick in the head, but like I needed it.
I'm just sick in the head.
Like I needed it for survival. Like it was a necessity to me.
Yeah. It's like Smeagol with the ring in Lord of the Rings.
So you precious. Exactly. So you bet your ass, like every fucking Christmas, I was begging my parents for the new phone. And did I get it? Yes, I did. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Just like everything else. New bed, new comforter, new mirror, the bigger bedroom downstairs.
Little old me?
Who? Moi.
Please. No, I've been spoiled my whole life. I've been spoiled my entire life.
But that's what makes you though. Your personality.
Exactly.
Everything.
That's what I say. It was like it was about the plot, you know?
Exactly. I feel the same way. I really do.
Yeah. That's like where we connect. Yes. Like that's our foundation of our friendship is like how spoiled we are.
Absolutely. Over this weekend, my brother and I, we were visiting my dad's, and we just had this crazy thought of just going through our memorabilia and bringing out our baby books. And my mom was really good and persistent on filling all of them out.
Yeah.
Well, mine anyway, firstborn. And I was reading all these things out and I'm like laughing and I'm giggling. I'm like, oh my God, look at this. I was this many months when I did this. And everyone in the room, they're just ignoring me. They're used to me talking like this. But when I opened up the baby book, it said, what was the reasoning of choosing the name? Mm-hmm. So my name's Faith. And my mom literally tore out.
Hi, Faith.
I just want people to remember. So my mom literally tore out pictures out of a magazine of Faith Hill and stuck it right there in my baby book. And I'm like, okay, enough said.
So
I was named after Faith Hill. And it said, were there any other names they were thinking of? And my mom's like, no, your father and I were dead set on what your name was going to be. I'm like, okay.
Okay, aggressive.
Manifest.
Oh my God. If you could choose a different name for yourself, what would it be?
I don't know. When I was a kid, I always wanted my name to be Rose because my favorite Disney princess was Sleeping Beauty, and the fairies called her Briar Rose, not Aurora, but Rose. So I wanted my name to be Rose. And my mom's like, Faith, no, that's an ugly name. I'm like, okay.
Okay. Okay.
She did not hold back on the criticism.
So I've like thought about this. So I would want my name Casper, and the reason why I would want my name Casper is because Casper and Casper the Friendly Ghost movie with Hilary Duff as a child.
Stop it.
Like that's literally why.
That like, I love how we have movie connections as to why we picked these names.
Yes, exactly.
Childhood little kid
Childhood. Movies. But do you know what your name would have been if you were a boy?
Yes, it was going to be Colin.
Oh, that's not bad.
Colin Jerome. Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Okay, so my name, if I was a girl, would have been Gina with a J. K. Okay. So Gina K.
Oh, I thought you were saying like K, like you with me so far. So I was like, okay, I'm still holding on.
Okay.
What's the middle name? Okay.
No, it's because my mom's middle name is K, and
you're right.
And
okay,
so my mom was like JJKK, you know.
Stop it! Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, same. And so it's like, oh my god, Mom, that's amazing. But it was funny because like my mom was like, I always wanted to like name you Brandon. Like I had it picked out when I was a kid, and I was like, yeah, you had this.
My dad, out. He knows exactly where your name came from.
Your dad's convinced.
Oh my god, my dad doesn't stop to this day every time I bring it up.
That is my dad, so funny.
Telling my dad how like, yeah, my best friend Brandon, or like my dad would see Brandon at Piggly Wiggly, you know, bagging his groceries, and he's like, saw Brandon today, and I'm like, yeah, and I have no idea where it even came from. It honestly came out of left field because my dad, I think he just came up to me and he's like, you know, he was born in the 90s like you. You know what was popular in the 90s? And I'm like, I don't know, what? And he's like, Beverly Hills 90210. And I know for a fact Brandon was named after Brandon Walsh. And I'm pretty sure he just walked away. And I'm like, huh? How long were you sitting on that thought, Dad?
You know he was like sitting there in his truck on the way home, like stirring about it.
Yeah.
That's he's like, so funny.
Where have I heard that name? Oh! Ding, ding, I know.
Ding, ding, I know.
And I'm going to go tell my daughter because she doesn't know anything. So I'm going to go tell her. That's exactly his mindset right there.
So my mom, the origin of Brandon. So
yeah, the actual one.
Yeah, was my mom was reading a book and one of the main characters, guy, like the love interest was Brandon. And so she like fell in love with the character in the book, blah, blah, blah. And so she picked out my name. And then I'm like, okay, so I have an older brother. I'm the youngest of my family. Right. Why wouldn't you name Brady Brandon? And then she was like, it just like didn't fit. I'm like, obviously, but like, why?
Obviously. Oh my god, my headphones almost fell off my head. Oh my god. When you were talking like your mother just now, the way you like arched your back as you were talking, you remind me of Chelsea on That's So Raven. Do you even own a lunchbox?
So good.
Oh my! I feel like we've quoted that quite a few times already.
Oh, for sure.
It's a classic one.
Do you own a lunchbox? Yes or no?
Yes. You know, fun fact. My dad always called his lunchbox a dinner bucket.
Weird.
I mean, it's quite large because he's a man, so he eats a lot.
Well, it's funny because like, so your dad and Blaine kind of have this thing in common. I think that like they take names of like businesses and corporations and then they change them. Like Piggly Wiggly.
Oh, actually, no. My dad's done that.
Yeah,
my dad's done that.
Yes. Yeah, like Piggly Wiggly. People used to call it Wobbly Hog all the time.
Yeah, that's an actual store though.
Wobbly Hog.
Yeah, it's like way down south, I guess.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, wild.
No, but Blaine calls Best Buy worst purchase.
Shut up. Worst purchase.
Yeah, he's like, all right, let's go to worst purchase.
I mean, it just kind of like rolls off the tongue.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
My dad, you know, there's this diner in in Portage, Wisconsin called the Red Apple. And my dad's like, all right, we're going to go down to the Green Onion. Like, what?
What? Like, what?
Every time I say, oh, what? I think of the Mean Girls. Jumbo.
What?
What?
So good.
Oh,
you guys check that out
God.
on
Oh, my
TikTok. It's so
dad.
funny.
Seriously. No. Our men, man, they're just one of a kind.
Wild. Honestly,
your dad
wild.
is one of a kind as well. Oh my God, we have to have an episode just dedicated to our parents.
To Steve Olin, he would die.
The Steve-O. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he would die.
Fun fact: Brandon, his brother, and his dad all have the same middle name.
All have the same middle name. Nels is our middle name, and it's because our great grandfather's first name was Nels. And then,
you know, in my baby book,
yeah,
my mom had like it's Winnie the Pooh, and it had like this little like tree for family tree, and one of my great grandmas on like my mom's side, her last name was Nels, spelled just like your middle name.
No way.
I know. I was just like the very first time I actually hear the name Nels is from Brandon, and here it is written in my baby book for 25 years.
Oh, that's wild.
All right.
No, it was that, and then my grandfather's name was Nels. Oh, dogs are up here, so we gotta stop the episode.
Wrap it up.
Yep, wrap that up. All right. Okay. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for watching. Follow us on all social media platforms: Instagram, TikTok, Threads, all at the Chat Club. And watch us on YouTube, youtube.com/@thechatclub, and listen to us anywhere. We are available anywhere on podcasts, where we get your podcast, at the Chat Club. So thank you guys so much for listening and watching.
Yes,
we will
thank you, my listeners.
See you next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.